Organization management is where you control your organization's account. To access it, log in and click the Organization Management link in the header. The email address section is where you verify your email address, as was explained further in the tutorial on registration. This page also allows you to change your email address on file if you need to. Organization detail is where you can see and edit your organization's contact information. In the applications section, you can see the information about the different applications you may be using. Here we see Organization Management, the application we're currently in, and Maintenance Book. This page gives us a summary of what the applications are all about. It explains the pricing and allows us to cancel and activate the application. Organization Management is a special app. It's completely free and you can't cancel it. That's because you use it to control your organization's access to the other applications, namely Maintenance Book. If you cancel a paid app like Maintenance Book, and it's after your free trial period, a prorated bill will be calculated for the used portion of the current billing cycle. All bills for a canceled application need to be paid before you can reactivate the application. The Bill/Payment section shows you any outstanding bills and allows you to make a payment. If nothing is due, it says so. When a new bill is calculated, you'll get an email about it, explaining the amount and when it's due. Then you can come to this page and pay the bill. If a bill is due, it looks like this. If a bill for an application isn't paid in full by the due date, the application will be canceled and you'll lose access to that application. You'll still be able to get into Organization Management though. Then you can go to the Bill Payment section, this page, and pay the bill like this. Then when the bill is paid, you can reactivate the application by going into the Applications tab and clicking the Activate button. And all your data will still be there. The Users section lets you set up user accounts for the people in your organization and control their access to the applications. At first, you'll see a table showing all the current users for your organization. If you haven't yet added anyone else, this will just be you. When you click the person's username, you'll be able to edit their details and set their security access. You can edit the person's name, username, or email address. You can easily deactivate the user account if necessary. For example, if the person leaves your company, you just uncheck the box, or check it to reactivate them later. If you change any of these fields, you need to click the Save Changes button for the changes to take effect. You can also reset the user's password if necessary by clicking the Edit Password link, entering a new password, confirming, and clicking the button to save the new password. Back at the main page, below this top section, we can see the roles for this user. This shows the various security roles for the different applications and which ones this user has. In Organization Management, each user is either an org admin or has no access at all. I'm looking at my own information, and you can see that I have the org admin role, which makes sense because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to get to this application in order to even see this screen in the first place. Under Maintenance Book, we see the different levels of access that we can grant to users for that application. When you first register your organization for Maintenance Book, you're granted the org admin role in Organization Management and the administrator role in Maintenance Book. I can change my access to Maintenance Book or remove my access completely by clicking a different radio button, and then clicking the button to save the role changes. Since I'm still an administrator of the Organization Management application, I could always come back in and give myself access to Maintenance Book again. However, if I try to remove my access to Organization Management, the system basically protects me from myself and it won't let me do that. That's because there aren't any other organization management administrators for my company, so there wouldn't be anyone who could grant me or anyone else access. It'd be a bit like locking your keys in your car. So how do we add other users? Let's just click the Users tab again and go back to our list of users. Under that is a link to add a user. Click that and you get a screen to enter the new user's information. Make up a username and password. Enter their name. Email address is optional, but required if you want to make them an organization administrator. Hit Save Changes to create the user. If the username was already taken by someone else, you'll have to make up a different one, but in this case it saved successfully and our new user has been created. And now we can set the access of this new user. By default, our new user doesn't have access to anything. He can log in now, but that's about it. He won't have any application links up in the header. Well, Bob is my main maintenance tech, so I definitely want him to have access to Maintenance Book. I could either set him up as an administrator, so he can set up the equipment, repair types, and service schedules, or just as a technician, which would still let him store repair and service records. A reader doesn't have that ability. Bob's a pretty bright guy with a good understanding of our business and maintenance procedures, and I trust him, so I'm going to make him a maintenance admin. I can always change that later if I want. And since Bob handles all the maintenance, I might eventually decide to reduce my own role to reader, because all I need to do is see the reports and monitor what the maintenance crew is doing. And now I need to let Bob know about his new account. Hey Bob, it's Jake. Hey, you know how we were talking about that maintenance tracking application, Maintenance Book, earlier today? Yeah, alright. Well, I set us up with an account, and I got a username for you. You got a pen or pencil or something? Okay. Well, it's all web-based, so you just go to www.KerberTech, KerberTech.com/maintenancebook, or KerberTech.com/MB, and that'll take you there too. Alright, and your username is Bob Jones. Yeah, no spaces or anything. And capitalization doesn't matter. And your password is your dog's name. Yeah, that's right. All lowercase. For the password, it is case sensitive. Okay. Well, technically you could log in right now, but I'm going to do a little bit more setup tonight, and you should be able to start logging repairs and stuff tomorrow morning. Yeah, I know, right? Alright. Alright, we'll see you tomorrow. Okay, bye. Alright, so now Bob knows about his account, and I'm going to log out and log back in as Bob. Normally you shouldn't do that. Everybody should only just log in under their own username, and every person should have their own account. But this is just for demonstration purposes, and Bob's just a fictional character anyway. So, I'm going to log out. And now I'm Bob. I enter my username and password that Jake just told me. And I'm logged in. And since I, Bob, have never logged in before, I need to accept the terms, and then I can get to work. If I log back out and back in again, I'll get right back in. So that's how you check on your applications, pay bills, and set up users and control access with the Organization Management application.